Greetings, YouTube, and welcome back to what is definitely a routine for me now once a month, where I explain to you the Uncollected monthly offer that is triggered when you first complete your initial full run and beat the gold pool, the gold dead pool, on the last chapter of the third chapter, I should say, of the last path of the third chapter of the monthly Uncollected quest. This, of course, is only available to those of you who are uncollected. If you're seeing this offer and you're wondering why my screen sees it but yours doesn't, you have not beaten Act 5, Chapter 2, and beaten the quote-unquote collector at least once to become uncollected. And I've said this before and I will say it again. The difference between being uncollected in this game is like the difference between eating steak for dinner or ramen noodles. It really is that much of a gap. A lot of people can do it in their free time in between Alliance Quest and Alliance War, but if you are struggling because your questing team is never free, it is worth leaving your Alliance after Season 2, even for a week, to become uncollected and then rejoin them. But make sure it's at the end of Alliance War Season 2 so you don't miss out on those awesome rewards and hopefully can improve upon in the game as well. So, yes, this is a very familiar bundle. In fact, to my knowledge, it's pretty much the same bundle that we've seen for the last 3 months. So therefore, the value of it has gone down a little bit. However, I always talk about the 1-to-1 shard to unit ratio, and we just saw that exact ratio a couple of days ago in the game when we were specifically looking at the new quote-unquote 5-star shard bundle, which was a load of trash. So this is not trash, and in the months past, I actually gave this for free-to-play players a low A. However, because this deal hasn't improved, that grade will not be given. But before we get to my specific grade, let's talk about the offer. So, first and foremost, you see at the top left of the screen as it is ticking down every second of the minute right now. Every minute, it's going down 15% off for the first half an hour that you trigger this deal. It is only a good value in the first 30 minutes. If you do not have the 4,250 units to spare, then it goes down considerably in value because it goes back to the 5,000 unit price for the remainder of the 12 hours that it is unlocked. What I love about these offers is that you actually get to trigger when you see it. You know that it's going to pop out 100% when you beat that first path or the final path the first time of the Uncollected quest. So it's not like you're going to miss out on something. And I have been very blessed. The last 2 out of 3 legendary crystals that I've opened, I have received a 5-star. I've gotten that 20% RNG to work. And so really, when you consider that a 5-star was in there, if you pull a 5-star from the legendary crystal, the one 5-star is the equivalent of 10,000 5-star hero crystal shards. No debating that, right? So then it's like getting 15,000 5-star hero shards worth of value for 4,250 units. That's not taking into account anything else in this offer. That's just the shards itself if you pull that 1 out of 5. Of course, 80% of the people will not, but I'm just saying, if you were to get this, I had one person message me and say, Prof, thank you so much. I know you got a lot of pushback for saying it's a good deal last month, but I got my first ever 5-star Stark Spidey from the Legendary Crystal based off of the Uncollected bundle offer, and of course, I was jealous beyond explanation for that person, but still happy for them at the same time. So if you do decide that this is a good value for your units, not only will you get 5,000 5-star hero crystal shards and a minimum of a 4-star hero crystal with a chance at that 10,000 5-star shard worthy 5-star crystal in the legendary crystal, but you will also get 10 level 5 team health potions, which you cannot get in the game, and these refill 2,000 health, which is pretty darn good when you consider the long run. And then level 3 revives, fantastic, 60% health. If you've got somebody who's not like a blade, that's really helpful. Level 2 team revives, 40% for your entire team, 5 of. And then 10 energy refills, which we know are valued at 30 units apiece. And not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 greater champion boosts, which I would argue these things are worth at least 300 units apiece when you consider what they can give you. I was debating somebody a couple of days ago about 20% champion boost, and we think the value of those is at least 200 units. So I think conservatively, if those are worth 200 units apiece and they give you 20 minutes worth of timing, these 30%, which give you 40 minutes of time to improve your attack and your health by 30%, they should at least be worth 300 units apiece. That's 1,500 units right there. So all in all, I'm not going to give this an A anymore, but I will still give this a solid B to a B+, with the ceiling of a high A if you were to pull a 5-star champion out of that legendary crystal. I still think, for so many free-to-play players, normally this is a very good value, especially if you want to secure your opportunity, even with just the energy refills, to complete content the rest of the time. But before I end this video, I want to remind you, I'm never saying this is a good value if you have to spend cash to get this. If you don't have the units, if you're not an arena grinder, if you don't have them already lying around, then it goes down considerably. This video is mainly always geared to the free-to-play players who, like me, grind in the arena for days on end and save up their units and hoard them for great offers that can help them advance, because they do not get the credit in the unit store needed, even though I use my swag bucks, of course, and that's where I buy those store-based offers every month. I also want to say that if you get this and you hate it, it's always a risk, right? You could easily pull a 5-star Satan herself, Kamala Khan, as much as you can pull a 5-star God tier champ like a Stark Spidey or a Blade or an Iceman, etc. But for the 4,250 units, you get a ton of stuff. And that is why I think it's worth it. And I'm going to continue to fight for this offer, especially because you can trigger it yourself. But I do think at this point in the game, we need to see it sweetened a little bit. I would like to see at least the 5-star hero crystal shards go up to maybe 6, even 7,000. And then also maybe give us 10 level 3 team revives instead of 5. And then it would be a really good value, and I'd probably move it back to at least an A-. But right now, it's a solid B with a high A ceiling if you were to pull a 5-star champ, any 5-star champ out of that legendary crystal. So thanks for watching, YouTube. Remember how you trigger this, and don't accidentally trigger it and then regret it. If you don't care about this offer, it doesn't matter when you trigger it. But if you do, make sure you hoard those units and only get it in the first 30 minutes that it's available to you in the game. Once that 15% discount goes away, it is not worth your time, your units, or your effort. But if you get this, as always, comment below and let me know who you got. I love to see people who bought this and really got a great value out of it, because that is why I make these offers, to help you make decisions when you're using your units in the game. Take care, YouTube.